Today in this video I want to discuss a topic which has been puzzling me for ages already, basically since I have started to date in Southeast Asia. This is an issue you, I and all have to deal with when dating Indonesian women, but not only Indonesian women, but also definitely Filipinas, Thai women, Cambodian women, Southeast Asian women. This is an issue which can get also confusing. But before I continue, just to give you a head start here, shooting this video from beautiful Kota Kinabalu in Sabah, East Malaysia, Borneo. In case you are wondering where I am, and I will give you a little tour here while I'm talking. But I want to read a comment first, which I have received a while ago, and this viewer's comment is quite accurate, and I can relate to it, and I want to discuss this topic today. So he writes, quote, "I have had 2 Indonesian wives over a span of 35 years. 2 beautiful daughters from the first one and 3 fine sons from the second. I'm now 61 and have a successful import company from Indonesia to Australia. I speak Indonesian fluently and perfectly. Even so, I can assure you that the average Indonesian woman is not particularly and well educated, not knowledgeable about the world, and not really interested. Their needs are always immediate. It's part of the Indonesian psyche. Asal ada nasi hari ini, as long as there's rice today, let tomorrow take care of itself. Your Sumatran girl sounds like a unicorn, very rare." So with this Sumatran girl, he is referring to my Indonesian girlfriend. And yes, what he describes in this comment is something really interesting. And this is what I want to talk about today. I could also actually title this video, quote, why does my Indonesian girlfriend don't want to have a passport or apply for a passport? Anyway, I will discuss this a little bit later. So the viewer mentions that in his opinion and experience, Indonesian women are not well educated, not knowledgeable about the world, and not really interested. So I want to cover this step by step and give you my take based on my experience. Regarding the education, I think it's a misunderstanding. Indonesia has an education system, of course, and Indonesia emphasizes on education, and Indonesian people also, they take their education very serious because they know education is the foundation of a proper job. And you can see the airplanes also coming in here, most of them from Korea actually, I think. Malaysia of course, but also Korea. A lot of Koreans in town and Chinese people, but they have 7 flights from Korea per week coming here. It's a very famous destination for Korean folks, Kota Kinabalu. And so in a sense that Indonesia has an education system, of course Indonesian people are educated, right? What he is talking about, the viewer, is the being not knowledgeable or interested in the world or things like that. And this is also what I asked myself, why is that? And it's true, and also in my experience. This being not knowledgeable might refer to geography, geopolitics, traveling and exploring other countries, and perhaps Indonesia is such a big country that the people are not really interested to learn about other countries, or to travel to other countries, or to see other countries, or to learn about other cultures. Maybe it's similar to the United States of America, because there are similar dynamics in the US, you know. When you ask, or maybe, I don't know how it is today, but maybe a couple of decades ago, when you, I don't know, you were in Texas and in the countryside, and you would ask a Texan guy or woman, show me where is Germany, and they would just maybe point in some direction without really knowing what they're doing, you know. And so yeah, maybe it has to do with the size of the country, I don't know, but there are also other reasons for that. Fact is, many Indonesian girls, and not only Indonesians, also Filipinas, for example, they are not interested in traveling. Yeah, not at all. They don't want to visit fancy resorts or restaurants. Yeah, some girls are, but maybe only because they can put nice pictures on Instagram, try to impress their friends, you know. Something like that. And the same with my girlfriend, my Indonesian girlfriend. She don't have a passport. She don't has a passport, even though she knows I'm traveling a lot, and traveling is my hobby. It's basically my job. It has been since 1998, when I left Germany when I was 21. Can you believe it? And traveling is my passion. She knows that, and I show her the videos, I show her the pictures, everything, and she, from Vietnam, from Malaysia, from here, from there, from everywhere, from Germany. By the way, this is the little nightlife area here, if you want to call it that. A couple of places here, a handful of places. I worked here from 2008 until 2010. Yeah, this is a long time ago. And then a few years later I came back and worked another year here, just for your information. Yeah, so these places were already in place at the time. My girlfriend Dawn has a passport. She doesn't have a passport, correct English. Yeah, but I always tease her, but she really never. So long story short, I don't know why she doesn't want to get a passport. Doesn't she want to travel with me also together, see the nice places, all these nice beaches and stuff? And this is what puzzles me. I don't get it, you know. But you can see, it seems she is not interested in that stuff. And this is the case with so many girls. We Westerners, we are a little bit different, right? So we like to travel, we travel a lot. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe we have the means. We definitely have the means. Many Westerners have the means to travel. Maybe we have a travel mindset. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe our interest in traveling is just sparked by travel marketing. Yeah, we have been exposed to travel marketing for decades in the Western countries, you know. So maybe it's because of this, or maybe it's a combination of reasons. I don't know. Europeans always have been great explorers anyway, when you look back in history, right? The Portuguese, the Spanish, the Dutch, the English, later the Germans also, and the French. They sailed to faraway countries, India, now Indonesia. They traveled. So maybe we have that explorer gene in us. I don't know what it is. but the Asians seem to be content with their surrounding and environment. So coming back to this being not knowledgeable about the world, of course this is a generalization made by this viewer. I can tell you, my previous Indonesian girlfriend, she was very knowledgeable. She read books. She read a lot of books, not novels and stuff like that. Really hard stuff, psychology, finance and other stuff. And she worked also in foreign countries, so she was traveling. Traveling is also a form of education, right? We are here now in the city. This is the Le Meridian Hotel. So my previous girlfriend, she traveled a lot and she liked to travel also with me. But yeah, the average Indonesian woman, the average Indonesian girl is they are rather simple girls with simple desires, right? They are definitely no academics or world travelers or something like that, no? For them it is more important. For them relationships are more important, building relationships, you know, family, starting their own family, becoming a wife and mother. This is their world, you know. So, but when I say they are simple women, of course I don't mean they are stupid or anything like that. That would be a stupid conclusion, right? Of course, Indonesian women also know the difference between good and bad, and they know the difference between what is right and wrong, and that's very important. They have a sense for justice, of course, and they have a good sense for fairness and also freedom. Yeah, they have a, I would say, well-developed moral compass, which you need to navigate this crazy world, right? They are of course very loyal women, passionate, considerate, committed and caring individuals. So these traits you need, you want your wife to have, especially when it comes to kids later, right, and family. So the viewer also mentioned that the needs of Indonesian women, but also other Southeast Asian women, are mostly immediate. Yeah, this is very well characterized. This is how it is. As long as there's rice today, we don't have to worry. I always share the story. When I met this guy in Yogyakarta last year, we talked, he chatted, he was a local, and he also told me, no Marcel, we don't think past noon tomorrow. And I asked him, what do you mean? Do you mean you just worry until tomorrow noontime and then, yeah, exactly Marcel, this is our mindset, you know, and then the rest will take care of itself. And this is actually, I've done a video about this. I think it's called, it's something Indonesians and their different mindset, or the different mindset of Indonesian people or women. I will link it, go look it up. In this video I elaborate a little bit further about this. By the way, this is the Filipino market here. These are Koreans, not Filipinos. But this is the Filipino market because Kota Kinabalu here in Borneo has a lot of Filipino illegal immigrants and Indonesian immigrants. And the Filipinos who come here, and they are Muslims. They're coming from Mindanao and Zulu and all these provinces. But this Filipino market, I will do another video, a different video about the Filipino market. Actually, I have one uploaded already 5 or 6 years ago. You can go watch it, I will link it, but I probably will shoot an updated video so you can see how it looks like here. But this is also called the Filipino market. And everybody here in KK is the abbreviation for Kota Kinabalu, calls it the Filipino market because the Filipinos are here, you know. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, the immediate needs. So, and this is actually again, yeah, so I elaborated a little bit further in a different video on that. I find it actually a great mindset. Westerners also can learn from that, you know, because we Westerners, we tick a little bit different, you know. We are more analytical, logical, rational, goal oriented, solution oriented. It's all about planning and organizing. We have 4 seasons at least in Europe, where all of the Westerners actually stem from. Also the Australians and the Americans, and they came actually from Europe. They stem from Europe. Like, so we have 4 seasons. Therefore, probably we need to plan also. You know, during the winter there is no crops, no nothing. So you have to plan ahead in order to not die from hunger, right? And yeah, it's all about future planning, scheduling, deadlines. Time is money, you know. So this is this thing, and then also the way they think is differently, but I cannot go into this here today. I can only show you what kind of beautiful fruits they have available here on this market here. And this is a huge market. This is just a tiny fraction you see here. This is paradise for vegetable and fruit shoppers and meat and chicken, everything you can find here. It's like a gigantic wet market. Yeah, also the way Indonesian women think, Indonesian people, they have a different logic, but this requires a separate video. This is something we Westerners struggle with, and I bet some other Westerners who are married to Indonesian women, they can also tell great stories of this. Indonesian people, in opposite, they are more intuitive people. Indonesian women, also the men, but the Indonesian women are more intuitive, you know, more from the heart. It's more, I mentioned this already, about building relationships, you know. Relationship building is very important in Indonesian culture, which takes time. Therefore you need patience, you know. It cannot be arranged by schedule or deadlines or time is money and that kind of stuff, you know. Also in Indonesia, you know, it's warm all year round. You can grow crops all year round. Food is all the time available, you know, so you don't need to rush it. You don't need to hurry. You have a little bit more time. There's no rush, right? No need to plan so much, because, you know, the coconuts, they're growing all year round, and the pineapple and the watermelons, you know, they are there. So why do we need to rush? Why do we need to get anxious? Why do we need crazy here? Why do we need to get upset? Why do we need to get impatient about things, right? So this is the difference in mentality. Yeah, Indonesians are more laid back, way more laid back, sometimes too laid back for Westerners, you know, but this is how it is. The climate basically dictates your mentality also a little bit. This is true, but you have to look at it like not in a short period of time, but, you know, that covers tens of thousands of years probably. So different environment, different mentalities, right? And the last I want to say regarding this topic is that, yeah, again, the different mindset. I know a guy who is married to a Filipina who told me a few years ago, I remember what he said. He is married to her for 40 years or something, yeah, very, very long time. But he said, you know, Marcel, I'm married to my Filipina for 40 years, and it doesn't matter it's a Filipina or an Indonesian woman or a Thai woman, or very similar in that regards. But he said, you know, my Filipina wife, even, and these are the fisher fishing boats here. They will leave in the middle of the night and then come back early morning. So he said, you know, I'm married to my Filipino wife already for 40 years, but there are instances and times when I still am not able to figure her out, and I will never figure her out completely, and that should suffice actually. Yeah, this is what you need to know when also dating Indonesian women. Be aware, you will never ever figure these women out completely, never ever in your life, because the cultural differences, the heritage, everything is just too different. The mentalities, yeah. This is what I learned also over the years, and this is something what probably some Westerners still makes crazy today, even with their wives, because you will experience, if you are long enough together with your Indonesian partner, wife, girlfriend, whatever, you will know what I'm talking about. There are instances and times will come when you say, what the hell is going on with her? What the heck is this again? I thought we were through this. I thought we discussed this. And then she just displays and shows this weird, from our perspective, weird behavior which we cannot make sense of. Yeah, so this is what I don't want to warn you. I just want to save you from the mistake of believing that you can maybe fix your Indonesian girl or woman or wife and bring her up to Western par. No, forget about that. Yeah, this is also what you have to know. You have to just accept this. Yeah, Western is Western, Indonesian is Indonesian, and even we eat McDonald's in both hemispheres and travel by the same airlines and this and that. There are still so many deeply ingrained and rooted differences between people, cultures, the way we think and feel and rationalize and reason, that kind of stuff, you know. And your Indonesian girl, she reasons differently than we Westerners do. This is actually very fascinating. I haven't figured it out completely yet, but it fascinates me, and I will shoot another video, not very soon, because I still have to dig a little bit more deeper, but it's fascinating, you know, and it can also get very, very frustrating, you know. So anyway, it can get very frustrating, especially when you work with these people, you know. This is the Hyatt Regency, by the way. So when you work with these people, doesn't matter boy or girl, it can get very frustrating, you know. For example, I don't know, I have so many examples I could name you. I don't know, I worked with two sisters, I remember, in Indonesia. These two sisters were working in the cold kitchen, and one morning it was Annika and Clara, right, were the names. So and one morning Annika was sick, so she didn't come, she didn't show up, and so I asked her sister Clara, hey, where is your sister, where's Annika, what happened, she's supposed to work? And then Clara just said, I don't know. And I asked her, why do you don't know, she's your sister? She said, I don't know, sorry chef, I don't know. So many different, so this kind of stuff, you know, where I scratch my head and say, what the heck is going on? I mean, you are her sister, you should know what, and so many other things, you know, like where it's weird. It also has to do with this face-saving culture, of course, you know. Or for example, you know, I gave a clear instruction to my staff at work and showed them exactly how I wanted it, explained it to them twice, thrice, 4 times, and then after making sure they understood everything, saying, yes chef, don't worry, we take care of it. And then after an hour later, checking this whole thing, the mission not accomplished, the task not accomplished, completely messed up. So I get mad, you know, wondering what went wrong, you know. So Indonesian people, also Indonesian women, they reason differently. They don't care so much about other things outside of Indonesia, traveling, going to fancy resorts, you know. This is, yeah, something I also have to live with and accept, you know. Even I still try to push my girlfriend and try to convince her and, you know, try to market to her, but it's difficult. I reminded her so many times. So what's going on with your passport? Where's your passport? She said, yeah, I'm gonna do it next week. Okay. How many weeks have passed already now? So that's the thing, you know. Strange for us, for me, confusing. I cannot make any sense out of it, but this is how it is, you know. So totally different world. With that being said, I'm checking out for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment sections. Take care. Bye bye from beautiful Kota Kinabalu.